were not satisfied with the wishes of the masses. They voted us in, but you were almost in and out of court.
You had your last word.
You have your last word. Is that they jump through the first, or they pass through the back door to escape?
You not satisfied with
we just
the
play one day.
And that
Thank
was
you very much.
On that note,
thank you. I'd like to thank you all. I'd like to thank you all for coming.
More of me here.
And our thanks go to Honorable. No, this time I will do it right. Our thanks go to Mrs. Bumi Dikpo Salami, Special Advisor, MDGs and Development Relations. Dr. Tokwe Aluko, Secretary, PDP, Ekiti State. Honorable Kayode Karunwi, Special Advisor, Legislative Affairs and Allied Matters. And Honorable Amire Kola Kolade, PDP leader in Ekiti State. Thank you all very much for coming. Lady and gentlemen, the battle between the ACN and the PDP can continue outside our studios. Thank you. Sunrise will return with the home stretch in just a moment.
Leaders in wrought iron and stainless steel worldwide are present in 134 countries of the world and also in Nigeria. For you in the construction industry, especially architects, project managers, designers, Artifero Botnik can provide you with countless combinations for your projects.
Visit us today at Block C5, Lagos State Small Scale Industrial Estates, Fatai Aterewi, Matori, Lagos. Call us on 01-891-4155. Visit our website at artiferobotnik.com.
Hello, now Boniface be this, king of the road. I dey hit tire for ground for all highway for Nigeria. You don't know me? Network, I carry my MTN. MTN network there for every highway for Nigeria. Where king of the road go there now, if not MTN.
MTN, they guarantee coverage for all the highway for Bodo, Nigeria. To carry a number from another network, join MTN, go MTN center way near you. Consent port to 3232.
MTN, welcome to the new world.
Hello, my name is Nomoreloss. This is not a video, it's a sample.
This is for my baby girl. Balance, yeah. If I get home, I know getting money. I got you, baby. Love on our side, you will have my baby. Wanna tell you I will break your heart. They only wanna tear us apart. Irony, my ship won't tell it, gon' bounce. Don't you listen to what they say. That I don't love you. Tell them steady wrong.
And we're back on the home stretch now. Our guest, Muyiwa Oshinaga, you've seen his face, and I'm sure quite a lot of people do know who Muyiwa Oshinaga is. Looking at him now, is a man they call Nomoreloss. Popularly known as Nomoreloss, is one of the talented songwriters in Nigeria, was born in western part of Nigeria, actually in Lagos, and you attended Adrao International School. Yes. So you read book as they say. You tried?
I tried.
Okay, and then you went to Ogun State University.
Yes. What did you study? Economics.
You studied economics at OSU, now OOU.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
School, yeah. That's cool.
Now, if you were to look at your career in music, when you graduated in economics, how did you make up your mind you're going to go into music rather than work with a bank or work with an international organization? Why would you make that your option?
It's the one thing that I know how to do best. I love music. I've always loved music. I've always performed at shows and stuff. But I've always been a behind-the-scenes person. Okay. You know, I've always organized shows as far back as when I was in secondary school. I had groups, and then I had a little company called DEF, and we used to organize shows.
DEF?
DEF.
DEF or
DEF?
DEF.
DEF.
Okay.
Which stood for Define Every Factor.
Okay, define every factor.
We just wanted to create platforms where, for me, it was creating platforms where artists could express themselves, where they could showcase their talent. Because I used to get upset when I watched most promoters put artists through hassles and stuff. So, and then being a rapper myself, because I started off doing rap, and then being a hype man, I could always put up those shows, and it's artist to artist. It was always easier to express and say, look, this is us. It's not a promoter. It is us. So whatever we do is within that bracket. And it always makes sense.
Why didn't you study music?
I think I just didn't want to be. Then I hated musicians, the real musicians, the ones that read music, and I just felt that.
But there weren't too many.
Well, there were quite a few, and they carried themselves with some sort of air that I just felt, you know what, you don't need it. You don't need it. You're playing to an audience. You're playing to people. You're a public servant. In quotes.
Yes.
What's the term? What's the forming for? Do you understand? These are the people you want to relate with. I've always been a production person.
But do you still hate them now?
I still have a slight dislike for most of them that disregard their fans.
Do they tend to do that?
I have seen quite a lot of artists disrespect fans, and for me, I've come up from being a cameraman to an editor to a stage person. We're always in jeans and t-shirt. You get where I'm coming from, and we're always attending to people. So being on stage, I really find it a bit difficult to draw the line.
Now, one of the issues in the Nigerian music industry today is that there's not a lot of people, or not enough people, who are properly trained in the art of music, and with the education to ensure that the quality of what they put out there is as good as can be. Would you agree with that?
Well, yes, but I'll say this. Most people talk, but they never teach. And it's a shame because for the bulk of the musicians that we've had in Nigeria, you haven't really had many of them that had prodigies. None. They don't go through the process of training someone else. Yes, they are popular, but they're not taking up other people and saying, you know what, in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years, when I quit, you will take over, or you should raise other people. Yes, we've had loads of stars, so to speak, but how many have trained people? So for me, I say, and this, pardon the Yoruba parlance, and it's your dan local. If you don't set up a person in trade, you can't call him a squanderer. So that's why, for me, I had to go out and set up platforms and say, before I can accuse you of not being up to standard, what have I taught you?
Okay, yeah, when you talked of that, what just came to my mind was this issue of some professionals have said there is a high level of mediocrity in the industry in spite of the success of the industry. Same thing with Nollywood. you will say, yes, the success of Nollywood is there, but a high percentage of mediocrity.